This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. I was asked, and I'm obliging. People have been asking, hey, do you do fantasy football stuff? I said, I don't know. Well, guess what? We're talking about the top 10 fantasy quarterbacks. That's what we're talking about. I've got two sleepers, and I've got two guys I would say stay away from. Let's analyze. So, when it comes to fantasy, for me, when it comes to the quarterbacks, I like to look for guys who are dual threats, meaning they can run, they can throw, and guys like Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, these guys could do that. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, this is what it is now. Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, older, but you know what it is, and Justin Fields, to name a few, right? These guys are dual threats. So I like those guys. But, you've got also, with the dual threats, obviously, a guy like some of these guys are not top passers in regards to Lamar Jackson. And it happened that Lamar Jackson was not a top guy for the simple fact that he just has not had weapons. That has changed, though. He's got OBJ now. He's got OBJ. He's got Andrews. He's got the Rook. I don't know. I don't really give the Rook too much credit, but because we have to see what he can do, what the speedster can do. We definitely do have to see. But all in all, to me, I've got 10 quarterbacks that I like. All right, and it's going to start with the usual suspects: Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, who is the Super Bowl champion. He's got weapons for days. Jalen Hurts, who was last year, I believe he was the top 4, top 5 guy. I think he's some places have him going number 1. I don't know if I have him going to number 1 just yet, but I don't think you can go wrong either way with the top 5 guys in the magazines that I'm seeing. Some have Jalen Hurts 1, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, who's injured right now, and then I would say number 5 to me would be Lamar Jackson, to be honest with you. It would be Lamar Jackson. And then in my opinion. But I think if you're thinking fantasy, you want to look at a guy who's a dual threat, can run, can throw, and you want to make sure that he's got the weapons. That you want to make sure he's got the tools. If he doesn't have the weapons, you're wasting your time. So, to me, I'm going Patrick Mahomes. At this point, still a young guy, but he's reliable. Josh Allen, and then I'm going to go Jalen Hurts, number 3. I'm going to go, for me, because he's injured, and Joe Burrow, he's got weapons for days. I don't know how extreme that injury is, but I'm going to go with, instead of Joe Burrow at number 4, I'm going with Lamar Jackson. And Joe Burrow, because of the injury, he's got to slide down. Now, if you want to take him and risk and say, oh, it's not that serious, and with the leg injury, what is it? I think it was a calf. And then you can take him. Trevor Lawrence at 5. I don't know about that, though. You know who would be my number 5? And this is a guy who, to me, I've been a fan of. Some places have this guy as number 5, Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. I'm thinking my number 5 is going to be Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, to me, is number 5 because he's got weapons. And if that offensive line comes correct, he's got the weapons. He's got a Pro Bowler now in Dalvin Cook. And I mean, Garrett Wilson. I'm putting Aaron Rodgers at number 5. I'm putting Aaron Rodgers at number 5. Justin Herbert 6. And then I'm going to put I guess Dakota is due to have a resurgence. I know he was up there for interceptions. I think Dak Prescott is going to be better. I'm personally not drafting him. And I got Justin Fields 9, and I'm gonna go Joe Burrow 10. That's what I think. Now, if you ask me, who's a guy that's being slept on? Here's the deal. I think Deshaun Watson is a guy that a lot of people are going to forget. Oh, remember him? Yup. A lot of people are going to forget about Deshaun Watson. And if one of these 10 guys go, you want to get your hands on a Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. I mean, I think there are a lot. You've got a few quarterbacks. I don't think you have to go quarterback crazy right away. I think you can have one of these top 15 guys and be okay. I mean, I still haven't mentioned guys like Daniel Jones, who's solid. Giant fans don't like him. Tua Tagovailoa, and a guy who doesn't get enough fantasy credit is Kirk Cousins and Geno Smith. Now, I know Geno Smith did it. Last year was like, and I hate when guys produce during their contract year. I don't like it. I don't like it because everybody's like, oh, he was due for the money and look what he did. He's got paid. I want to see what Geno does. I think he's figured it out in Seattle, though. I really do. So, again, with the quarterbacks, I don't think you've got to go crazy. I don't think you've got to go crazy. Now, those are my top 10s. My sleepers. My sleeper, one is Kenny Pickett. With all those weapons over there in Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin, I think they're going to get him right. I think Kenny Pickett is a sleeper. And I've got an oldie but goodie in Russell Wilson. I want to see what he has with Sean Payton. He's going to be 35 in a few months. And it looks like under Hackett, he didn't play well. I think he's got all the motivation in the world. To go ahead and be successful. They've got Judy over there. They've got weapons. I think if Russell Wilson is not successful this year, that he's done. He's done. But I like him and Kenny Pickett. Now, if you ask me, who would I stay far away from? Well, number one is going to be Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is always a top 10 fantasy guy. He blew his ACL in week 14, so stay away from him. And I'm staying far away from Matthew Stafford. Yep. Matthew Stafford. I'm staying away, far away. I get it. Well, he's got Cooper Kupp. And I'm staying far away from Matthew Stafford. And I think for me, that's what you got to do. Kyler Murray, obviously, I don't even know if he's going to play. You're going to rush back. But honorable mention are any of the 49ers. Any of the 49ers quarterbacks to me. Because I'm of the belief that these guys, I want to see what they have. I don't know what Purdy's going to be able to do. Year 2, there's tape on you now. Trey Lance, you didn't stay healthy. See, I'm staying far away from those guys. They have weapons, but I'm staying far away from those guys. You want to get those guys on your bench? Okay. But I'm staying away from the 49ers. And honorable mention, Anthony Richardson, the rookie, who just he's new on campus. He's a freshman. I'm staying away from him. He might be live and ready to go in a year 2, year 3. Pull a Jalen Hurts. He might be him. Not right now. I would not be surprised if Gardner Minshew at one point, if they pull, I mean, again, he's the rookie, he's the heir apparent. Maybe they take Richardson and they say, you know what, kid? It's your team. Handle your business. Maybe they let him rock out the whole year. Maybe. But we're going to see what happens, folks. We are going to see what happens. Make sure you grab yourself a quarterback. Like David Gettleman. I'm sorry, Boston, this one's for you. A quarterback. Make sure you grab yourself one of these top. I think you can get a solid quarterback. You can get a solid quarterback, folks. You want to get a quarterback. I think within top 20, what is fantasy, right? For the most part, 10, 12 teams, you should have a solid quarterback. I don't think you have to rush to get a quarterback. That's just me. I picked a quarterback in the first round. I don't think it's necessary. I think there's talent there. I still didn't mention Jordan Love, Sam Howell from the Commanders. I don't know, like I said, but again, you do want to get a guy who's established. You want to make sure you get someone established, but we're going to see what happens. Those are my 10. You've got my 2 sleepers. You've got my 2 busts. So we will see what happens, folks. We shall. Now, as we close with our By the Way segment, Vlatko Andorowski, the women's coach, the U.S. women's national coach, stepping down. He couldn't get them to a three-peat. So he's saying, I'd like to thank you for tuning in, folks. I'm on social media, on Facebook, at Sam I Analyze. The gram, at Sam I Analyze. Le Twitter, at Sam I Analyze. Please like, subscribe, share. You see that bell on the right? Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, à tout à l'heure.